All right, Kristen, let's get to the honesty about moms and post-babies.
Yep, the ugly truth about being a mom. Abby, are you ready?
My list is open.
Because Abby is compiling and keeping a running list of reasons why she will never have a child.
That thing is a scroll now.
Look, and I want to say this also. Bless you for knowing that, right? Sometimes moms tend to take it so personally when they find a young person that is so anti-having a kid. I don't understand why moms would pressure or be offended by that.
I'm not.
A baby is a fairly important thing. If you're not fully committed to it, don't have one. So the moms that are listening to Abby say, these are the reasons why I don't, you should be thanking her.
It's huge. And I feel bad because I don't want it to come across when I talk about how I don't want kids that I think it's somehow like a bad or a wrong choice to bring a child into the world. I just know I'm self-aware, or I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm messed up enough that I'm not capable of raising a kid. And honestly, I would like to have a kid. It'd make my dating life easier. I'd have a bigger pool of people to choose from. My mom would be happier because she wants grandkids. So for now, it's just me and my list of 27 things why I can't have a kid.
Honor the women that are self-aware enough to say that, hey, I don't want to have kids.
This
don't
ain't for
come
me.
down on them.
No. All right, so this, oddly enough, came from Minnesota Monthly.
Okay.
I have it's random the credit, but that's where the article came from.
Not enough fun stuff going on in Minnesota to do it daily or weekly, so they're just going to do it monthly.
A Minnesota Monthly. And the article title says, Moms get real about how life changes after baby. Moms give the down and dirty truth about motherhood, relationship changes, and challenges new moms face. Cassie and I have actually received several emails from moms asking us to be very just transparent, forthcoming, blunt, open, and honest about motherhood. Because I think so often people are like, well, you signed up for this. Yeah, I signed up for this, but it's hard. So, let me do a little bit of venting here. And I just need a little support and I need a little understanding. So the article starts, everyone tells you that once you become a mom, your life is going to change, but no one lets on how motherhood affects every facet of your existence. Motherhood brings joy, for sure, but at some points, it has tested the limits of every new mom's sanity. Here are unfiltered insights from seven moms, each tackling a different aspect of post-baby life, plus experts weigh in to assure you that regardless of what you're feeling or experiencing, you're not alone. And the very first one is your sex drive will vanish.
Your sex drive will vanish.
Out of here. Finito.
It's gone.
The mom says, 6 weeks after my daughter was born, my OB gave me the clear to have sex. Ugh, I said. And she goes, want me to write a note saying you have to wait a couple more weeks? I do it all the time.
Well, you got to be so tired and you're still probably a little on a banged up side down there.
Yes. And she goes, it's no wonder my sex drive had gone into reverse. My life had become a swirl of dirty diapers, spit up covered clothes. Plus, there was a tiny mouth constantly clamped onto my breast. No aphrodisiacs there.
Yeah. And it's not even just the tired. It's the continuously being touched. And then your hormones are messed up.
Yeah, that's the thing I think that guys can't get, is that your hormones are so different than ours that we can't put our minds around it. That you could be a different person on Tuesday because your body chemistry has changed.
I want to make sure I get this right because I've had several people DM me this. How long does it take for a woman's body to go back to quote unquote normal after giving birth?
I have read that if you're looking to have another baby, you should wait at least 1.5 years for your body to recover between kids. But I've read that it can take up to 7 years for a woman's hormones.
Damn.
7 years to fully get back. Now, I'm sure there's some doctor out there being like, did you read that on fakebabynews.com? But that's what I've read multiple times.
I don't believe any of that. Have you seen Kim Kardashian?
Well, but internally her hormones might be, and she might have had a little external help from some surgeons.
No, she
I don't
didn't.
know.
That is all natural. She was fine the next day.
Good for
So
her.
shut up, women.
She's a better person than I am.
Now, the expert says it's super common to have a low sex drive after birth, says Dr. Neil Simmerman, OBGYN from Michigan. There's a lot of reasons, from fatigue to pain with intercourse, decreased estrogen that can lead to vaginal dryness. By 3 months post-birth, probably 90% of women feel back to normal in terms of sex drive. It goes on for longer than that. Talk to your doctor. Now, next, work-life balance is an oxymoron.
All right.
The mom says, the reality is there is no such thing as work-life balance as a mother. You have 2 full-time jobs, and you'll be attempting to strike that balance as often as your kids' routines change. And I had an acquaintance tell me that we ran into each other at a work event, and she was like, I was asking her advice, and she goes, there is no such thing as balance. One day your work is going to get more of you, then another day your child's going to get, but there is literally no thing as balance. And the expert says mothers are struggling to juggle income earning with caregiving. Paid family leave, universal child care, and flexible work schedules are no-brainers, but we don't have that, unfortunately. Next, your house will be a disaster.
Mine's already a disaster. I won't add that to the list.
You ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing. This has been a hard pill to swallow. The new housekeeping reality that arrives with a baby is often brushed aside as a messy fun phase that you'll look back on fondly. But like many parts of new parenthood, it doesn't feel fun at the time, and it seems like it goes on forever. I can't remember the last time I felt like my house actually felt put together.
I throw stuff away now. Instead of trying to keep, if it's on the floor, I'm like, well, must not care enough to use it, and I throw it away.
Like one of your kids, accidentally?
My kids, their toys, their stuffed animal, whatever. I don't care if it's in my way and it's been sitting there for a few days, and I've asked them to pick it up. Bye.
You'll hate your significant other.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Hate or just dislike a little?
You'll hate your significant other.
Hate.
And I needed to hear that because my husband and I felt that the first year of Jimmy.
Same.
Hate?
That was the heart of the 18 years we've been together. That year with Jimmy, I feel like it was our hardest.
Abby, give me that list, and I've already had 2 kids.
He easily talks of divorce. It's just because people who don't have kids or who aren't the ones getting up with them at night don't understand how the toll the sleep deprivation takes. If you mix in postpartum anxiety or depression, the hormones, the constantly being touched, and if you're a working mother as well, trying to balance all that, you start to go a little crazy. And then your partner doesn't get it. And it's not their fault. They don't get the full scope of things. So they see like you were fine one day and all of a sudden like, what happened to my spouse? And you're like, what happened to my supportive partner?
Didn't Michelle Obama say that she hated Barack Obama for like 8 years or something like that?
Yeah.
She did.
So did half the country.
We'll be sure to share the list, but some other things on there are like, obviously there will be blood and other stuff because it's a little gory. Breastfeeding doesn't always come naturally, and you won't recognize your own body. It's neat.
Motherhood.
It's neat.
The Bert Show.